Even the brightest stars, my friends, must eventually dim. The reason their fire is exhausted, yet love takes them somewhere else. The American television industry is about to enter a very emotional chapter, and it all starts today. The lady whose laughter has brought joy to families for decades, Kelly Ripa, the undisputed center of daytime, has chosen to retire. At a time when love and dedication are more important than ratings or cameras, she is doing this out of the deepest possible desire to stand by her husband, Mark Consuelos. But what's the truth behind all the glitzy headlines? What was the path that Kelly took, the amount of effort she put in, and the unexpected truths that made her make this difficult but ultimately human decision? If you stick around to the end of the story, I guarantee you will have a different perspective on Kelly Ripa, and maybe even on your own life and relationships. Kelly Ripa has been involved in a wide variety of fields for more than 3 decades. Millions of people have counted her as a friend. From her early days with Ryan Searles and Regis Philbin to her more recent marriage to Mark Consuelos, Kelly always had something unique. Her charming smile, quick mind, and sparkling eyes were instantly recognizable. It went beyond television. That was reassuring. Reflect about it. A lot of us made it a habit to watch TV first thing in the morning. You brewed coffee to the sound of a known voice. Laughter that might brighten even the darkest Monday. She possessed the rare talent of being approachable and stunning all at once. You might be a friendly neighbor who strikes up a conversation while you wait in line, and a Hollywood A-lister who would be the center of attention on any red carpet. Few were aware of the inner struggles, sacrifices, and times when Kelly's heart was divided between the demands of the studio and those of her family, hidden under the inexhaustible energy and joy. We need to travel back to 1995, when Kelly Ripa initially met Mark Consuelos on the set of All My Children, in order to completely understand this emotional departure. It felt like a scene from a romantic comedy. There was an obvious chemistry between the two young actors. They were both ambitious and charming. They eloped to Sin City in less than a year. Their union was always more than a marriage. It was a cooperative effort. They overcame the tremendous pressures of celebrity as a couple, developed careers together, and brought up 3 children. It was through their love that Kelly's public persona was shaped. She frequently spoke about Mark with utmost respect, occasionally with lightheartedness, but consistently with unadulterated love. But what the majority of viewers failed to notice was the extent to which Mark supported Kelly when she was at her lowest point in her career. Mark was the rock at home when the critics questioned her and the demanding schedules took their toll on her. Even after all this time, the tables have turned. Kelly is now his go-to source for news. This complete about-face clarifies the most astonishing choice she has ever made. Mark Consuelos has been dealing with issues that have seldom been in the spotlight, away from the glitz and glamour of red carpets and magazine covers. He is a powerful, proud man, according to his close acquaintances. At times, they are overly proud to admit when they're weak. However, murmurs began to increase in volume in the past few years. Shared stories of health issues, weariness, and life-altering events that rocked the couple's boat. The welfare of her husband was more essential to Kelly than any stage magnificent or audience large enough for someone who had spent her entire life in front of the camera. She had witnessed his unwavering support for her. She needed to stand firm for him now. This decision was not taken lightly. Envision yourself regularly broadcasting to a massive audience of millions while you're at the height of your profession. Still, choosing to abandon the one you love most in the world just because they need you is a huge decision. That takes a lot of guts. That is the purest kind of love. However, what did Mark's trials teach us about the transient character of prosperity and the real meaning of family? The response could shock you. Kelly and Mark's family has always been their first priority. Wichine, Michael, and Lolo were their 3 children. Despite having 2 prominent parents, each of them forged their own path through life. My most important role is not on TV, Kelly would state time and time again. Yes, being a mom is it. As a result, the decision was about more than just Mark when his health started to worry. The whole family was involved. Adults in their 20s were observing. The most important thing Kelly could have taught them was not to be famous or wealthy. No matter the cost, you must always be there for those you love. By leaving television behind, Kelly made a statement that went well beyond the entertainment industry. Your private life is defined by love, not your profession, which may shape your public image. The brave decision to step away is what has left admirers feeling both devastated and deeply moved. Kelly didn't make her departure from Hollywood as dramatic as one might think. when she finally made her announcement. A group of publicists did not issue a well-worded statement or hold a large news conference. The unvarnished candor that made her so popular was instead conveyed. Well-known figure initially. Kelly, whose voice was firm but betrayed the weight of her decision, looked away from the camera and toward her husband, Mark, whom she had been with for over 3 decades, as they sat quietly on the set that had become her second home on a Tuesday morning. Her eyes shimmered as she said, "This has been the honor of my life. Every morning, you've welcomed me into your homes, and we've shared coffee, tears, and laughing. The house I share with this man is the most important," she said, pausing to take Mark's hand. "And I need to be at home right now. My loved ones rely on me. So, I've decided to bid farewell to life, brimming with love and thankfulness." In the studio, there was an eerie stillness. It seems like everyone in the room, from producers to live viewers, was holding their breath since they knew this was more than simply a host's farewell. A beautiful display of love was unfolding before their eyes. Mark, clearly moved, did nothing more than give her a squeeze. He never asked for it, but he recognized the sacrifice, and now he silently acknowledges it. It was met with an incredible and rapid response. Instead of rumors, there was a deluge of love and support on social media. A number of fans posted personal accounts of prioritizing family above career and quitting their professions to care for ill loved ones. Kelly's choice had hit a chord with everyone. Looking more closely into Mark Consul's personal challenges can help us comprehend the gravity of this occasion. According to those in the know, there was a man who, like many others, felt tremendous pressure to be a rock for his family. He was Kelly's biggest fan and also had an acting career for a long time. He hardly, if ever, displayed any signs of exhaustion from his cross-country travels, demanding timetables, and constant public scrutiny. According to an insider, the couple got a rude awakening after a recent health scare, which was not life-threatening, but nonetheless had a significant impact. It was a turning point that made them reconsider their whole lives. Envision the soft murmurs that fall upon the air as the sun sets. The moments when the spotlight of fame fades away, leaving behind a life together. That happened after the kids went to bed and the lights went off in the studio. During that very moment, Kelly noticed Mark's desperate attempts to hide his exhaustion. The man who had been there for her through thick and thin needed a refuge, and she knew it. She came to the realization that her most memorable performance would not be for a multitude of people, but rather for just one. It was partnership, not sympathy, that drove her to depart, whether they were well or not. It was a public declaration of their commitment to one another that they had made in Las Vegas all those years ago. There is a huge hole on daytime television now that Kelly Ripa is gone. Her generation of hostesses was the last to make guests feel like they were talking to old friends. It will take more than just finding a new face to replace her. A new heart can be found for the show. An insurmountable challenge confronts the network. Is a complete format revamp necessary, or can Mark keep on with a rotating guest host? The curtain has definitely come down on that period. However, the message that Kelly's departure conveys goes beyond the realm of television. Her decision is a subtle defiance against a culture that constantly celebrates ambition and hustling. The power of your relationships and your readiness to be there when it counts most are more important than ratings or money, and that is a strong statement. In a truly emotional turn of events, Kelly Ripa has announced her departure from her long-running role on Live with Kelly and Mark. The news has left fans of the show heartbroken, as they bid farewell to a TV legend who has brightened their mornings for years. Kelly, whose vibrant energy and witty banter have made her a household name, has decided to take a step back from her TV career in order to be with her husband, Mark Consuelos. The couple's love story has been a source of inspiration for many, and this heartfelt decision is a testament to their bond. Mark, who has been a key figure on Live since his return as Kelly's co-host, has been a pillar of support throughout her career. Their partnership, both on screen and off screen, has been nothing short of magical. Now, Kelly is prioritizing her family, and the choice to step away from the spotlight is one filled with love and personal growth. While fans will undoubtedly miss her infectious presence on TV, they understand Kelly's decision to prioritize her marriage and family. The pair's relationship has always been a beacon of love and commitment, and it's clear that Kelly's decision is rooted in the desire to cherish the time she has with Mark. As we say goodbye to Kelly Ripa on TV for now, we wish her all the happiness and peace as she embarks on this new chapter with her beloved husband. Though we'll miss her, we can't wait to see where this next journey takes her.